Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Shelf Porn. My name is James, and I started drawing a bit of a monstrous face. Let's see where this goes. I have no real plan for this. It could be crap, it could be good. Yeah, whatever happens, happens. Just have fun. So I'm sticking with brown hues to begin with. Catherine Jeffrey Jones, as she's known by many, um, advised people to stick to as few colors as possible and really only branch out when it's really necessary. Until then, just stick with the basics. And I've really found that to be good advice. I used to just put colors all over the place, like randomly, not following any sort of bullshit color theory or anything. I just happened to use common sense most of the time. Who's your favorite studio artist? For me, I really love Barry Windsor-Smith. Next year, or this year, his book Monsters is coming out. It's been so long that it's been coming out that the year has changed. But that should be pretty interesting. I'm not sure if I like him or Catherine better. They're both two really profound artists, but I find Catherine was more sincerely deep. I'm not saying that Barry Windsor Smith is phony, but he seems to have to strive harder to reach that piece of himself. Whereas Catherine just naturally seems to just pour death out. And I think that really inspired Barry to really go the direction his art went. But I could be wrong. It's not like I'm an expert. I'm not actually related to Barry. My last name is Smith, and I go by James Windsor Smith. But that's just a kayfabe name, just for my art projects. It's kind of a laugh. If you've actually ever met me, I'm pretty goofy. So it's kind of funny that I would choose a pretentious name for myself. I'm actually James Stewart Smith. Stewart doesn't have the same ring to it. Okay, let's switch another shade of brown here. Let's see what I pulled out. I actually prepared a couple of colors here. Okay, let's get some nasty looking teeth here. A mistake I used to make was inking first and then coloring them, but I've kind of seen the error of my ways. Sometimes I'll do that, but usually for the most part I don't. I just put down the colors, add water to them. I wait for it to dry a bit. Then I add black ink. I wait for that to dry a bit, and then I add white ink. And highlight anything I want to stand out. I really think browns and sepias or sepias, however you pronounce it, are really the way to go. It gives everything an antique touch, but this is just for illustration. I could really see doing a comic and just going like full force on the colors. I mean, it's a trash medium, just like professional wrestling, just like rock and roll. It's meant to be in your face. It's meant to be something cool. And this is the way for nerds to be cool. Oh, let me switch up. That's a black colored pencil. I'm not quite ready for a color that dark. This is called bark. It's a kind of brown, sort of. Did everyone have a good Valentine's Day? You tell somebody that you love them at least. Hope everybody's watching this had a nice time. Always bring that positive energy to everybody and everything that you encounter. Even somebody you don't get along with. You'll find if you just kill them with kindness, if you really literally kill them with kindness, they'll start to kind of relate to you. They'll kind of come to lean on you with stuff, and that's kind of cool. Just don't put up with BS, but at the same time, have a sense of humor about things. That's how I always got by when I worked at Walmart. Looks kind of like Bart Simpson here, like a deformed Bart Simpson. Let's give him some gums. Okay, switching colors again. This time it's Sepia Ink, which is pretty dark, but not as dark as like black ink. I'll use real black ink as well, but I'll do a couple highlights of the areas that I want to do quickly with the colored pencil. As you can see, this is coming along pretty good here. Let's fill in the mouth now. Notice I'm not really blending anything because the water's going to do that part for me. The chin's kind of undefined, like someone from the south. A little bit of inbreeding here. Use the side of the pencil. Kind of give him like suspenders. And no shirt. I'm kind of getting kind of low in the drawing here, but bear with me. I'll just angle the phone a bit for a sec. So you can actually see what I was referring to as looking like Bart Simpson a bit. You were probably like, what the fuck are you talking about? But now you know. Alright, now just add some crazy bullshit around. Alright, I think I'm done with the actual figure. Now switch up the colors of the background. I'll go for something a little more colorful, but something that makes sense. Let me see what I have here. Okay, let's go with peacock blue. Why not? Once again, edging on the sides. Here we go. Add a little bit of blue to the eye. A little trick that Richard Friend taught me is to make the eyes any color but white. You really want the eyes to stand out, and you want them to look natural. Nobody has truly white eyes. I think that's good advice. Yeah, look up Richard Friend on YouTube. His channel's really kicking there. I believe he has a Patreon too. In fact, I know he has a Patreon with like thousands, literally thousands of lessons for up and coming artists. I am unemployed and I see the value in having a membership. You can learn a lot on his channel. But enough plugs. Let me look for another shade of blue. Actually, here's deep indigo, which is kind of close to blue, but not quite as boring to go with another shade of blue. Plus, it's what I picked up, so we'll see if it actually works. Just go crazy, like I always say. There's no rules, just have fun. That's the only rule. Now I see a bit of William H. Macy in the face. He actually came to my Walmart one time. He actually came here several times, but he claimed that nobody recognized him. His brother lives in this area, I guess, and he was visiting him. I imagine his brother must be pretty old, and he takes care of him a bit. That's pretty nice of him. Oh, to be fair, I never actually met William H. Macy, but I was at Walmart at the same time as him, but I was too busy to be distracted by the lure of celebrities. Okay, now we want something else in the colors. I don't know what. Another purple, I guess. The other shade looks less purpley. It's just a variation on the purple theme. Sorry, the camera's shaking a bit. Going back and forth. It's not what you think. I'm masturbating. I'm just kidding. A bit of red for the eyes. Just around the edges. That's plenty. For the gums. And little trail of blood. Okay, maybe a big trail of blood. Alright, I think I'm ready for the water brush. Let's see. I think I have one handy here. Here we go. Oh, we adjust again. Okay. Now I'll just dab a bit. That's coming up pretty dark there. Whether that's a good thing or not, we'll see. It's certainly good for the mouth. We wipe off a bit. There we go. Yeah, I'm liking where it's going. I think the red stands out quite a bit. His teeth are a bit stained with viscera. Not the wrestler. The actual viscera. I don't even know if anybody here is a wrestling fan. I'm not as much as I used to be, but I still enjoy what they're doing with AEW. The other show is kind of boring for me. It's just too predictable and too high end. And I know AEW has quite the budget with Tony Khan's money, but it's something about it is more low rent. It seems less corporate almost. Even though I'm sure it is a corporation that runs it, whatever. See, I'm being just as sloppy with the brush now. Not really getting anywhere. You probably can't see the strokes I'm making right now. Right now he looks like a 1930s gangster to me. Yeah, see? Wipe off again. Okay, go for the eye. See how that became red instantly just from that little bit I had on the outside there? It's pretty gruesome looking. See the red's coming off here and giving kind of a skin tone to him. Okay, I am ready to ink. I need to put my cap back on my pen here, my brush. Okay. Now, just blow it off, dry it out a bit. It's pretty dry. Okay. Alright, now we grab our trusty Hunt 102. Nice and old fashioned. A little adjustment again. And I already have... What am I doing? This is on a Hunt 102. I'm pretty blind. One of the side effects of the stroke. Let's see. Hold on. I'll put you on pause for now. There we go. There's our Hunt 102. Little embarrassing. Yeah, I've kept my ink uncapped for several days. I'm kind of evaporating the ink and making a nicer, thicker flow. Oh, nothing's coming out yet. Let's see. There we go. Sorry for the delays, people. It's being a little jagged here. Let's go and hit those teeth. coming along pretty good, I think. At least it's a James Windsor-Smith original. There's no denying that's one of mine. It's pretty cool having your own style, being instantly recognizable. Let's go crazy with the eyes. I'm really having trouble with this hunt motor too. I'll have to change the pen nib eventually here. But for now, it'll do. I'm not going to pause the video or anything. Whipping off my nib here. Come on, nib. Let's define that chin. This poor hillbilly. Are you working on anything recently? Anything you want to show off in the group? Oh, I have a group on Facebook, Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence. It's kind of a fun play on words that are from The Simpsons, from one of my favorite episodes. It seems to have amused quite a few people. It's like the B sharps. You just got to get them in the door with a little bit of humor. And then it becomes less and less funny the more you hear it. The B sharps. Once again, I'm working at the bottom half, so I'll adjust once again. Sorry about that. All right, let's make some chaos out here. Now I'm blowing on the ink there to make a splatter effect. There we go. One more time. There it is. Alright, now let's press pause for a minute and just let that dry a bit before I start adding the white ink. Okay, I think it's dry enough. It's not completely dry, but I'm kind of getting bored. So, let's jump into this. Oh, also, while I was away, I filled in the suspenders with some black ink, so it's not 100% a real-time video, obviously. But anyways, let's get going here. Can you see that? Is the light coming up? Oh yeah, I can see that. Alright, you want to fuck up your lines that are pretty solid. Just, who cares, really? Just do it. Not everything is precious, really. Make some circles. Put some highlights on the red eye. Oh, this white pen is not going. Let's try another white pen. It's not going either. Alright, third one's the charm. There we go. Seems to want to stand out a little more. Let's go back to the eye. Mark on the eye there again. So the eye definitely seems to come to life. Alright, that's pretty much it. It's not my best piece, but it's not my worst piece either. Alright, I'll post it on Facebook, and I hope you enjoy. And we'll see you next time on Shelfborn.